So, good evening, friends. My name is Mahesh Kumawat, and today we are talking about some certified ethical hacking, and it's a part of cybersecurity sort of thing. So that I'm talking about that what are the different stuff, different things in the CEH we gonna be covered, and the how the cybersecurity is gonna be helping out, and we will going to proceed that why the cybersecurity is a requirement in the companies right now, and what is the demand in the cybersecurity things, and what are the different pillars of cybersecurity, and how can CES certified ethical hacking is the best resource, okay, that's best certifications you're gonna doing it for the cybersecurity things. So the first thing is because the cyber crimes are increased day by day, that's why the cyber criminals are going to be hacked your systems, devices, companies, and a number of things. So that you required the cybersecurity engineers in the companies, right? And cyber crimes, what has happened exactly? So cyber crimes that are committed against individuals or group of individuals by using and targeted any computer, mobile, and internet by using any digital platform are called cyber crimes. So any digital platform used by the cyber crimes, cyber hackers to getting any crimes, they have some different motivations. They are exactly disrupting the business is all about. They going to do some data theft, identity theft, financial frauds, cyber terrorism, propaganda of hatred spreading, identity theft, and cyber epigrams. So you can see that the cyber crimes are increased day by day. That's why the cyber security comes to the picture, and the cybersecurity comes to the picture because the lots of attacks has been done. You can see that the Facebook is also a cyber attack has been done, and number of companies are attacked right now. Big Basket is one of them, and number of companies I can going to provide some examples. So they are going to do some what digital crimes. They're going to be using the digital platforms to hacking all those things. That's why the cybersecurity comes to the picture. So the second picture that cyber crimes are increased right now, cybersecurity engineers requirement in the market right now. So what is cybersecurity is all about? So cybersecurity is the concept of securing the computers, networks, and data from any unauthorized access or activity. So you can say that the cybersecurity, the concept is basically going to secure the computers, networks, and data from any unauthorized access of or activity. So if you are working in a cybersecurity analyst, you're cybersecurity forensic investigator, cybersecurity crime, and different sort of job profiles we have seen in our previous classes, that different profiles, different use cases. So cybersecurity is you are responsible, accountable to protecting the company's data. You are going to be information security implementation in the date in the company. You are going to responsible for cyber security programs then into the company, like security awareness training sort of things. You are going to the part of it, and that's what the companies are doing. The ISO 27000, PCI DSS, risk management, business continuity planning, disaster recovery planning, and many more. So cybersecurity is huge in demand right now, and is a market that you are going to be work for next 10 to 20 years is to secure your future. And there are a number of jobs available in the market right now. So penetration testing is the best countermeasure for defend against the cyber crimes. So cyber crimes are increased, and we have some VAPT, we have some penetration testing. We have different type of penetration testing we talking about later on, but this is the penetration testing is a way where you can going to countermeasure the cyber crimes. Then I'm talking about the countermeasures taken to prevent your networks, applications, and being hacked from the cybersecurity. So suppose you are working in a cybersecurity platform in a company, and you are responsible to securing your computers, securing the networks, securing the data in the company. And because the unauthorized users, suppose the cyber hackers, are going to try to hack your systems, hacking your networks, hacking your data, and without your permissions. So in an authorized way, they are going to be doing some all those activities. So you require some skill set. That's why the cybersecurity is the most important part. You require some skill set. You require some expertise. You require some deep knowledge of networking, computer applications, databases, and website works. So you can see that once you are in the cybersecurity field, you have lots of job opportunities comes to the picture. It requires network security profiles, computer security profiles, applications hunters. Okay, you can going to be work like a website, big bounty platform. You're going to work. You're going to work on databases maintenance part. Databases security part is all about. You have cloud security is one of the things that you're going to be leading from the front, and this is a huge topic right now. Okay, this is all demanded in the market. Then very basic things that so what is a hacking all about? Why the things is hacking has been done? So gaining an unauthorized access in computer network or database to malicious activity is called hacking. So suppose the hackers are not going to make you any permissions. They are unauthorized way. They're going to access your systems, networks, or databases. That's called as hacking. So they have some different motivations at the back end at what they are going to doing it. So it's illegal in nature. Okay, it's illegal. Hacking is performed by black hat hackers, and hacking is illegal if done in an unauthorized manner or without any pre-approval. So that's why the cyber attackers, cyber criminals, they are not going to take any permissions, and they're going to be hacked at the government site. They're going to be hacked in individuals. They're going to hack any different companies, and they are going to hack all those database informations, and they are going to selling all those information on the dark web. So we discuss later on the dark web, how the huge market, how other things going to work on the dark web, but it's beyond the topic right now. So I'm not going to discuss the things. It's the cyber forensics, cyber investigations things we're going to be cover all those things, onion and the dark web sort of thing, different stories all about. So it's a basic to advanced sort of things like what is ethical hacking then? You understand hacking, you understand cybersecurity, you understand cyber hacking, cyber criminals. So what is the ethical hacking? So ethical hacking, if a hacking is done with a pre-approval by authorized admin, then it's called ethical hacking. Suppose you are appointed in a company and you are going to doing some penetration testing, right? And you are going to work on a company that to make the vulnerabilities and threats need to be find out in the company. You have some written approval, okay, on the company basis. You are going to sign a NDA, non-disclosure agreement with the company. That's after that you are becoming ethical hacking, because you are not going to be damage the company. You are not going to be once you're going to find out the weakness or threats and vulnerabilities in the companies, and then you are not going to be hacking all those things. So this is the ethical hacking is all about. So ethical hacking is legal if done with an authorized admin approval, right? So you required some admin approval, you required some authorized admin on the written basis. Okay, you're going to find up some NDA disclosure, non-disclosure agreement with the companies, and that's why you are become ethical hacking. Okay, then we have some different examples. WannaCry attacks, you have know that. We have ransomware attacks, you know that. We have Log4j attacks, you know that. We have different maze attacks, you have seen it. So we have different type of attacks in the market right now. And if you are going to use some cyber threat intelligence tools like Mandiant is one of them, we have different tools in the market right now. They are going to make you more preventive, proactive actions. You're going to doing it about all those threats. So you are going to creating some lab environment on the cyber threat intelligence, and you're going to be try to the purple team and red team. They are going to involve in this all those activities, and they're going to be hit on the you know what, that team is going to be attacking, and purple team is going to be you know what, saving, or you're going to be offensive operations. They are doing it same things. So this is very basic, like other hackers. We have different type of hackers in the market right now. So the black hat hackers, white hat hackers, gray hat hackers. So it's a very basic thing. So you need to be understand as a cybersecurity expert, or you are certified ethical hacking point of view, or any security platform. You should understand that if I'm going to do black hat hacking, so black hat is what is about the hacking skills of destructive and malicious activities. Suppose you have intentions to destroy any company or individual, or the government site or anything, then you are a black hat hackers. The white hat hackers, they use hacking skills to defend against any sort of cyber attacks, right? So you're a white hat hackers. And if you're talking about some great hackers, they use hacking skills for both offensive and defensive purpose. Okay, so this is a different type of the hackers. You need to be understand that what is your motivations, the intentions towards your security of your hacking behind it. So you need to understand that I'm appointed in the company as a VAPT, or I'm a penetration tester, so that I have pre-approval with the management, and I have the written approval. I have non-disclosure agreement. I have signed it, so that I'm a white hat hacking sort of things. I'm doing it for the company point of view. And suppose you are working anywhere, and you're going to be hit on the public IP address of the websites, and you're going to do some big bounty platforms, and then you're going to find out the bugs, and then you're going to get prizes. So this is the things is black hat hacking things. We're not doing it. Okay, and we have some different type of hackers. If you are able to see my screen, so that elite hackers, script kiddies, and we have couple of you can say that hacking is all about. So just try to see that into the same, that we have elite hackers, script kiddies, identified blue hat hackers, activists. However, no one going to be asked you this question that, hey, you are black hat, you are white hat hackers, you are script kiddie, you are activist. But it is good for your informations, because you are in the part of cyber security. So you need to be understand that if I'm going to do the script, the different intention about the cyber crime investigations, that if I'm going to do some, so you need to understand, hey, if I'm not know the exactly how the software going to working. I suppose I'm going to provide you some NMS, or I'm going to provide you some different tools, and you are going to be running without any knowledge. So it's a script kiddies, automation tools, automated tools, you're going to using it. Okay, hacktivist is a hacker who utilizes technology to publish a social, ideological, and religious or political message. Okay, suppose you are going to be hacking an agencies or any different things. National state hackers, so intelligence agencies and cyber warfare operatives and nation states. So that you're going to be undercover agent of the government or whatever it is. So nation state hackers, you're going to be become like that. So this is the basic things you need to understand as a intentions, what type of hacker I am, what I'm going to doing it. So this is the good for knowledge, not for examinations point of view, right? Then we have very important topic like VAPT, renewability assessment, and penetration testing. So this is the two different terms. These are two different technologies all about. These different methodologies all about right here. If you go try to understand. So a vulnerability assessment is the process of identifying, quantifying, and prioritizing or ranking on vulnerabilities in a systems. So vulnerabilities assessment report. Suppose you are going to find out any weakness in the systems. Okay. So what you are going to doing it? Yes, we going to find out the weakness in the networks, in the applications. Okay, you're going to find out weakness in the websites. What are the vulnerabilities inside the website? Okay, the big bounty platform, if you are know that the big bounty platforms, you're going to find out the bugs in the website. In the networking point of view, you're going to find out the open ports in the networking point of view. The system point of view, you're going to find out the system is patches or not patches. If not patches, security updates are not installed on the systems. You're going to try to hack the systems right now. So these are some different type of vulnerabilities assessment you're going to doing it. So before the penetration testing, you're going to do some vulnerability assessment, and there are different ways of you're going to do some VAPT vulnerability assessment. You're going to do networking point of view, system point of view, Wi-Fi point of view, and cloud computing point of view, and there are different type of vulnerability assessments. This is the reports you're going to generate. And we have different type of tools, techniques we are going skills we are going to using it to doing a vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So we have Qualys as the tools we're going to using it. We have tools like Wireshark is going to we're going to using it for all those things. We have OpenVS is one of them, Metasploit is one of them, MBSA Microsoft Baseline Analyzer is one of them. Okay, we have Mandiant software is also tools is one of them. We have a number of things. You can see that, my dear friends. And if you talk about some web vulnerability assessment tools like OpenVS, Equinix, Bubsuit, Nikta, SQL Map, and there are a number of tools in the market right now you are going to do for the VAPT, vulnerability assessment and testing. So vulnerability assessment is basically identify the weakness in the systems and measure the effectiveness against any attacks. So once you understand what are the weakness in your system, suppose you are appointed as a VAPT expert in the company. So first of all, you need to share the report to the management that this is the vulnerability assessment reports of the cloud computing in the demand right now. In the cloud computing, suppose you're working in the AWS Azure platforms, and then the companies are required the person who is going to providing some vulnerability assessment. What are the different security weakness in the cloud computing things, right? Suppose you are not going to configure correctly the network access controls. You're not configure correctly the firewall rules. You're not going to prioritize the IP addresses. You are going to open the ports. You're going to open the public interface on your firewalls. So there are number of things. There are number of things you're gonna be do some penetration testing, and I can say that in the cloud computing, you are going to getting the inbuilt tools, all of them, right? Security Center is one of them. Sentinel is one of them. Okay, Cognito is in AWS as well, and number of things, you guys. I can say that the examples would be there. So VAPT is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Penetration testing, once you're going to find out the vulnerabilities, you're going to be fix the bugs in the penetration testing. Right? Suppose you're going to find open ports in the networks, in the firewalls, you're going to block the ports. So it's all about any unnecessary ports in the firewalls. You need to be blocking it. So this examples, VAPT single report is open with report of any website. So we will going to do some investigations. We will going to do some practicals once you're going to understand the concepts, logic, all those things. Because as I already suggest in our previous classes, that first of all, understand the logic, the concepts, and the theoretical concepts that behind it, the technology. Suppose you don't understand the VAPT and we are going to studying the VAPT. This doesn't make sense. Understand the VAPT is all about, the report, what type of report is all about, what is ISO report is all about, what are the networks report is all about, and how the applications report is all about. And suppose I'm a manager of the company, what I'm looking for in the reports. So understand the expectations of the management. First of all, you're working in a company, you are a VAPT expert, you need to understand the expectation of the management, first of all, what they're looking for. Because end to end, you are going to support the goals and vision of the company. And you're working for the company point of view, right? So understand the expectations of the company, that what they're looking for and what you're going to delivering it. Okay, and the technical part comes after the understand the expectations, right? And then you're going to be configure your technologies as per the company's requirement or company expectations. So this is OpenWaste is one of the tools in this examples in the screen. You have seen it, and we have BubSort, we have college, and we have different tools we're gonna using it for testing the applications, testing the websites, and many more, guys. We can doing it later on. Okay, then we have vulnerability assessment types. So we have vulnerability assessment. How are we gonna doing it? The correct way of doing a vulnerability assessment. So vulnerability and penetration testing, you need to do in vulnerability assessment first of all. This is the first requirement of the VAPT. So we are going to do active assessment and versus the passive assessment. So what does it mean by active assessment? So using a network scanner to find host services and vulnerabilities. So suppose I would say that you are part of my company, and I would say that, hey, how many number of systems are working in my company? What are the different type of ISP in our company? What are the antivirus management solution in our company? So if you are working on the active assessment, that the live running devices I'm talking about here. So SSCM is a Microsoft tool where you can going to be creating a patching, system updations, mobile device management sort of things, and installation of a number of software into the devices. So this is the things that you're going to be working on active assessment, all those things. And you're going to be done different type of software, like we have port scanner, and you talk IP scanners, we have MRTG, PRTG, we are going to SolarWinds, and there are a number of tools available in the market to finding the active assessment, that what are the different devices are available in a company, and what are the open port, what are networking, which devices are accessible from your HTTPS platform, what are the different devices accessible from the TLS configuration or not configured, on the devices, what are the different throughput of the specific devices on the basis. So this is you can say that it will gonna be lots and lots of information you're gonna getting it, my dear friend. Okay, so this is active assessment or the active devices. The passive assessment, a technique used to sniff the network to find host services and vulnerabilities. Yes, so passive assessment that you are going to be outside of company, right? You're going to be finding the host and services and vulnerabilities that how the thing's gonna working. It doesn't matter that it's active or not active, but right now in the passive assessment, the devices are not active. It doesn't know that this is what's working or not working, but you're going to do some passive assessment right now to finding the sniffing the devices. Suppose you are going to run a Wireshark in a company, right? And you have seen some vulnerabilities, you have seen some open ports, you have seen some networking devices going to working. Okay, we have different technologies, we have different methodologies to using the Wireshark, and we have Nmap is one of them, and we have Metasploit, and we have different tools we are using it to finding of all those issues, what are different type of bugs, what a CVE is all about, and different sort of things. We discuss in our next few sessions that how you're going to be effectively, efficiently work on those tools, on the networking, on the cybersecurity tools I'm talking about here. And then we have internal assessment, so that a technique used to access internal infrastructures, because you are appointed in the company to doing a vulnerability assessment, right? You have a written approval from the top management that you are appointed as all those things. So at the same time, you understand the IP address informations, port informations, device informations, the credentials of the devices, you know that. Okay, internal assessment once you're doing it. So internal auditing, you can say that. Okay, internal auditing of your devices, systems, all of those things. Suppose the companies are doing some ISO 27000, okay, and the company and information security management systems that I'm talking about here, and they're going to do some internal assessments of your company databases, how you're going to maintaining it, how you're going to maintaining your systems, networking devices, databases, how are you going to protect your information is all about in the ISMS I'm talking about here. So internal assessment, you can see that we have different standards, policies we have some guidelines, we have some we have baselines, and we have some documentations. Mostly we are going to be see into internal assessments of what the supportive documents, the evidences I would like to see that. Suppose ISO 27000, suppose you are a part of the SOC 1, SOC 2, and SOC 3 reports is the most important part of the security assessment in the company. And we have CIS, Center for Information Security. So we have preventive controls, we have administrative controls, and we have different type of controls are applicable in your company. And do you have any written policies all the same? Do you have any standards, guidelines do you have? This is what we are going to checking it as a auditor, as a internal management I'm talking about here. Okay, so this is a governance should be approved, all those internal assessments that they are the part of it. So we have the CSAM modules will be there. So we have security management programs will be running. So after you're going to assess the internal assessment of the users, they are going to be hit on the phishing emails so many times, so that you are going to making the policies, you're going to creating some rules and regulations, like rules onto your Office 365 environment, or you're going to creating some rules on the IDS, IPS, that which traffic going to be coming to your company, which traffic not going to go outside traffic. You're going to create some zones, and sometimes you're going to be access the VPN, the side-to-side VPN, how it's going to communications, which algorithms you are going to using it, and what type of protocols like encryptions, SSH256 gonna using it, or 3DES you're going to using it, and different, the many more things here. So the ISO 27000, SOC 1, SOC 2, SOC 3, and we have different assessment, what strategies I will going to explain in our next few classes. So you can say that it's a part of CISA. Okay, in the CISA we have some security assessment. We are going to doing it for the company information's protection is all about. So information protecting and information secure. How are you going to doing it? This is the strategies we're going to discuss in our next few classes. Okay, the second topic is like actionable assessment. So a technique used by the crackers to access from outside to find the vulnerabilities. So you can understand that the vulnerability is not coming from the inside. Yes, you can say that the 80% vulnerabilities or the weaknesses or the company the vulnerabilities or threats will be inside, but it is possibility it is the 20% it is from the outside as well, dear. So the outside, suppose I'm not a part of your company, but I would like to try to hacking the cracking your passwords, cracking your credentials from the outside. Suppose I don't know what's the exactly public IP address of your company, right? And if I'm going to hit the public IP address with the help of any you know what I taking the ISP help and going to take the specific company's ISP address, and suppose in a website I'm going to hit any specific who am I run into your things, and you're going to find out some IP address of any different companies. I would like to hit on the public IP address, and then I'm going to check it out the which are the open ports of any companies, and you're going to some external assessment you are going to doing it, right? So Shodan IO, and we have different websites, we have different platforms, a different skill set. We are going to do some external assessment, and moreover we have Google databases. Okay, Google databases. So you are going to see that what are the different devices, like CCTV cameras are more likely are easy to hackable. Okay, they are going to be easily hacked because not too much security parameters they're going to implement it right away. Sometimes it's open in the market right now. Okay, and the second part I'm going to say that the default passwords is one of the problems. The default passwords is one of the things that the person is going to be accessible, very easily accessible. Suppose you're going to buy a new router in the market, and then you want to see the admin, and admin 123 128 is a password, 125 is a passwords, admin is a password, username passwords of your routers. So it's very easy for anyone to, like, I'm going to hit on the 192.168.1.1, or this is IP address of any routers, and then I'm going to hit on the admin added 123, whatever it is. This is a different. I'm going to showing some default passwords for different devices. We have specific list will be available if in the internet. I'm going to showing it all those practical things later on, but try to understand we have default password seats available, and I'm going to easily hack your devices on the internet, right? Okay, so the other thing is I'm talking about is the Wi-Fi devices. So you can see that we have internal external firewall, we have external Wi-Fi will be available. Okay, you're talking about, sir, we are in the railway platforms, or we talking about some the in the once you're going to in the planes of the aviation industries, you can see that the Wi-Fi will be free for you, and in so many companies and so many different outlets you have seen it, and you have seen it, and in different railway stations, on different aviations industries, they're going to open some Wi-Fi for everybody. So it is the Wi-Fi that you are going to be easily hackable. Okay, as a hacker, I can say that your all those activities, or your all those packets will be traveling to the Wi-Fi. It is going to be easily hacked outside. Suppose you're going to make some transactions on the Wi-Fi, right? So it is going to be easily traceable from the any different intruders. Suppose you're going to using your Wi-Fi devices on mobile, and you're going to access your mobile applications and any banking sites. So at the back end, I'm going to run Wireshark or okay, at the back end, and then I'm going to tracking all those traffic which is coming from which specific IP address, and it easily crackable your passwords. It's easily so many things, and mostly you have seen that the Wi-Fi, the no password will be there, the default password will be setting is so many times, and then SSH 256, and we have some L2TP and different protocols going to be working. So it is easily hackable. So we have going to install some Kali Linux in our platforms later on, and in the Kali Linux we're going to be talking about some Wi-Fi signals strength. We're talking about some different security implementations of Wi-Fi devices. we're talking about some, we are talking about some Nmap, and then we're talking about some different IP address of your company's the gateway devices IP address. We're going to getting it very easily. So we have different, our skill set. We have different use cases we're gonna using it to get some external assessment. And moreover, I can say that if you are guys working on a open source intelligence, open source intelligence is a technique where you have all those informations available on the social media. Okay, right? Suppose you guys using some the Twitter account, so you have Instagram account, you have Facebook account, and you want to be update all the informations on your LinkedIn profiles and many more things. And then I'm a hacker. I'm going to find out where you are right now, what your hobbies, what your pet names, or what you're doing it currently, which company you're working, what your mobile number. So I'm going to be tracking your devices. I'm tracking your informations all the time. And this is the open source intelligence things and lateral movement, a number of things I'm going to be accessed from the outside, not required your company going to inside. Okay, so we have different class I'm going to running for the open source intelligence on different social media platforms. We're going to doing it, and also I'm going to working on the different the classes I'm going to running for the enterprise environment external assessment. How we're going to doing it. Suppose you are using cloud computing, AWS, Azure. You have seen that we have vendors, the third-party vendors will be available all the times. So this almost risk is there. So how do you going to run a third-party risk management, TPRM? Okay, so in the companies right now, they are using, they are demanding that we require a TPRM manager, third-party risk management manager. So what are the vulnerabilities, threats for the, if you are running a company of third-party risk, how you going to managing it? So we have different separate classes for doing for TPRM, so that how you can deal with the third-party vendors, suppliers, because you need to providing the accessibility of the specific billing console, or the you can say that support what accessibility requirement by the sometimes the AWS or Azure engineers. So how do you going to protect your environment in the cloud computing? This is most important part. And also I'm going to be say that in the website point of view, like you are doing to creating your websites, how do you do protecting your websites, right? So we have OS top 10 will be there. Okay, we have CVEs, we have